All right, welcome back. It's the Avid Investor Podcast with me, your host, Josh Adamek. And today we're going to talk about ACRE of Pittsburgh. And what is ACRE of Pittsburgh? So first off, let me start by saying ACRE stands for Active Community of Real Estate Entrepreneurs. And ACRE as an organization has been around for close to 40 years now, since the early 80s. And I will clarify by saying that I do not own ACRE. ACRE is not my business. ACRE is not my primary business. I do not make money from ACRE. I am not paid by ACRE for anything. I'm a volunteer on the board of directors. So ACRE is a not-for-profit organization run by a volunteer board of directors. And what it is ACRE is a group for real estate investors, entrepreneurs, business owners, primarily in the real estate industry. But over the last year or so, we've opened it up to different types of entrepreneurial type business owners in a way, with a mission to, provide value to, business owners, to entrepreneurs, to real estate investors. The primary purpose of the group, of the organization, over the last several decades has been to educate and help grow the real estate investor community. And we do that as the board of directors. We do that by giving back. Reason why I am on the board of directors and reason why I'm involved with the organization is almost 20 years ago. That's how I got my start in the business. So when I was 21 years old, a relative of mine took me to an ACRE meeting. He was in the business. He was doing some real estate, doing some investments. And, I was fresh out of school with my girlfriend, just got our first apartment, and I saw what he was doing. And I said, hey, teach me this stuff. So he did two things. He gave me a book, which was Fast Cash by Ron LeGrand, and he took me to an ACRE meeting. Went to my first ACRE meeting. I believe I was 20 years old, and have missed very few monthly meetings since. So when I was starting in the business, I was green as could be. I didn't know how to find a house. I didn't know how to buy a house. I didn't know a contractor. I didn't know much about construction. I didn't have any money. I was fresh out of school, no handouts, no rich parents or anything like that. So, I saw what was being done in real estate, and I knew there was opportunity there. And I felt, I felt the calling, the need, the desire to, get into the business and grow a portfolio and learn the business and grow a portfolio. And that's what I did. And when I did this, keep in mind, this was pre-internet. The internet was out there, but it wasn't what it is today. I remember when I linked up with my first real estate agent, he would email me, the list of properties that were available for sale. This was long before, the email updates on, that's set up through the MLS for the daily updates, things like this. He would find a list of properties that met my criteria that I was looking for. He would email them to me. I would come home from work at the end of the day. I would turn my computer on. I would open up my email. I would hit the download button on the PDFs. I would go take a shower. I would eat dinner, and I would come back about 45 minutes later, and the PDFs were almost done downloading. So that's where we were at with the technology and the internet days, when I started investing in real estate. So, to me, it was pre-podcast, pre-blogs, pre-social media. There weren't all these Zoom calls available and all this online education and things like that. So, when I learned the business, there was books, there was cassette tapes, and then there was ACRE of Pittsburgh. So I went to the monthly meetings. I joined as a member almost 20 years ago. I went to the monthly meetings. At the meetings, There was main speakers. I learned from the speakers. There was the legal updates, the landlord updates, guys that were in the field, that were in the business for a long time, that were very knowledgeable. They were up on the stage talking, about, different aspects of the business, different experiences they've had, sometimes that day, that week, whatever. And I learned a lot. Not only did I learn a lot from over the years from who's on the stage speaking, but I learned a lot from, networking at the group. So we always joke around, there's the first meeting, and then the second meeting is at the bar after the meeting. And that's where you learn, learn the most. So, it just being, and I get it, now you can open up your phone, you can, download anything, you can grab books anywhere, you can go on the social media groups, you can join these networking, groups, whether it's online or in person. There's an abundance of resources out there. But the core of where I started my business and learned my investing was ACRE of Pittsburgh. And in my opinion, you can read all you want, you can you can check all the blogs you want, you can listen to all the podcasts you want, but there's something to be said about going to a monthly meeting, being in a room with, sometimes 100 people, 150 people that are active in the business that you're trying to pursue. There's a lot of times when I go to the monthly meetings where, I don't even get into the meeting. I don't even get a chance to listen to see who's on stage speaking, because I'm in the back of the room. I'm back in the vendor section. I'm talking to, a vendor that's supplying me with some appliances, or a vendor, that's offering a different type of financing product, or a new vendor that's offering a service that maybe I would potentially use. Or I'm out in the hallway talking with investor friends of mine, that, everybody's busy, everybody's busy. You don't get a chance to, to connect on the phone with these people a lot of times, with friends of yours a lot of times, or you don't get a chance to meet for, coffee or lunch or whatever. But, when everybody's at the room, at the monthly meeting, you have a couple of hours where you can connect and you can network, with people that are doing what you do, or doing what you're trying to do. If you're new to the business, and so let's back that up. ACRE is for anyone, anyone in real estate, in the real estate industry, or, other entrepreneurial type people. It's for everyone, regardless of your skill level, regardless of your knowledge base, regardless of what your goals or your ambitions are, in your business. It's for everyone. I get people, that ask me time and time again. It's like, hey, I don't want to, I see what you're doing with ACRE, but, I don't want to come to this group. I don't want to, I don't know anything. I don't know anyone. Well, that's where I was 20 years ago. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know the difference between a single family home and a duplex. So, yeah, I guess I could have figured it out. But that's how green I was when I started going to ACRE. And with going to those meetings, going to those monthly meetings, having the ability to talk to people that were experienced, that were in the business for a long time. It helped me, grow my business and grow my knowledge base, and grow my contact list. When I bought my first property 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, from ACRE, I got, let me think about this. I got the money, the financing. There was a lender there that I worked with. I got the knowledge needed to turn that property and get it ready to lease. I got the knowledge needed to manage the property once it was leased. I had the contacts there to refinance the property once it was stabilized. And I got the contacts and the connections there to buy my next several properties that I added to my portfolio. And since then, since then, my business has grown tremendously. Since I started going to ACRE, I mean, I started with zero, and we have, a lot more than zero right now. Properties in portfolio, and properties that we've done and turned and things like that. But I owe it all to ACRE of Pittsburgh, and the contacts that I made there, the resources that I've gained from the organization over the years, and that's where we're at. So I wanted to extend the invite to anyone. If you're listening to this podcast, this recording, watching this video, whatever, chances are pretty good you're in real estate, or you want to be in real estate. Maybe you see on social media what I have going on in real estate. But if you're looking to be an active investor, in my opinion, there's no better place to be if you're in Pittsburgh than joining ACRE of Pittsburgh. From the contacts that are made, the legal updates, if you want to stay in tune with the latest. The latest things that are coming down the pipeline from a legal standpoint, whether that's the rental registrations, the inspections, eviction guidelines, things like that. We get the legal update almost every month, from our attorney. Most of the times it's given by Brad Dornish, local attorney right here in Pittsburgh. We have a landlord update. So, a lot of times the landlord update is done by Ed Benz. We've had Chuck Pupich in the past, Steve Pawanda, guys that are local here in Pittsburgh, managing large portfolios, owning and managing large portfolios of properties. You can go, they'll give a legal update. It's open to question and answers, regardless of how simple your question may be, or how complex your questions and concerns may be. There's going to be people there that can help guide you. If you're looking to get started, it's a great place to be. If you're experienced, if you've been in the business a long time, you're still going to make some contacts. I mean, there's people in the room that have hundreds of properties in portfolio. There's people in the room that have decades of experience in Pittsburgh real estate, investing in Pittsburgh real estate. And there's people in the room that don't own a single property, that own a couple of properties. So there's a big mix of people in the room at ACRE, and I just wanted to throw this out there and again extend the invite. If you're looking to be in the business, educate yourself, connect yourself, network. We have our local group, our core speakers, our core presenters, and then from time to time we'll bring in an outside speaker, from a national speaker. We've had my friend and mentor John Burley there plenty of times in the past. He's great. He's a very good friend of mine. We've had Robin Thompson. We've had Ron LeGrand. We've had a whole slew of national speakers that come and present teach on a specific aspect of real estate. So regardless of what type of real estate you want to invest in, whether it's single family homes, commercial real estate, multifamily, land, development, whether you want to build a portfolio of long-term rental properties, long-term holds, you want to do cash flow real estate, you want to do flips, you want to wholesale, regardless of what you're looking to get into, come to ACRE, come check it out. Best way to catch it, get more information is acrepgh.org. And again, there's right now, I keep talking about the monthly meeting because for years, that's what we did. We meet the first Tuesday of every month at the Doubletree Hotel in Green Tree, and it was set in stone, monthly meeting, and that's what we did. We did the occasional Saturday class, but I also shouldn't glaze over the fact that there's also virtual subgroups. So almost every week, there's, if not multiple times per week, there's a virtual subgroup. So what that is you come to the monthly meeting, there'll be a specific topic. There'll be two speakers speaking on a specific topic. Maybe that's not for you. Maybe you're not interested in that topic. You should still come. still come to the monthly meeting. Why? Because you can network in the back of the room. You can meet the vendors. You can talk with the vendors, the suppliers. You can talk with other investors. You can talk with the board of directors who are very active, who are very active managing large portfolios of properties. You can talk with the attorneys that are there if you have a legal question. You can talk with the lenders that are there if you're looking for some money, the contractors, the suppliers. You can talk with all these people. You can network. You can talk with the other investors that are in the room. So even if you see the topic for the monthly meeting, say, "Yeah, I don't really want to have an interest in that," come and hang out in the back of the room and talk to people. If you can't make it to the monthly meeting, as of right now, they're on Zoom, so you can tune in virtually. If you keep an eye on the website, there's the subgroups, and what the subgroups are. It focuses on a specific topic, a specific aspect of real estate, whether you're a new investor, whether you're looking to be a passive investor, whether you're looking to tune in to the legal hour with Brad Dornish, get some free legal advice. There's all these subgroups that are out there as well. So if you're new to the group, you want to check it out, come as a guest the first time. First time guests are always free. If you want to join, if you want to become a member, the cost is minimal compared to the benefit. I'm not sure what the exact number is right now, a couple $100 for the entire year to be a member, to get access to all the monthly meetings, the networking, all the subgroups, all the, everything that's on the website, the list of available properties for sale, the list of vendors, the suppliers. So to get access to all that, the cost is minimal. And again, I'm not here trying to sell you anything like that. I'm not saying you got to join. You can sign up today for whatever. That's not the point of this message. The point of this message is to explain exactly what is ACRE of Pittsburgh and how could it possibly benefit you? Because again, you might see me posting a lot of that on social media with the upcoming events and the monthly meetings and stuff like that. And I was at a closing about a week and a half ago, or last week sometime, and the person that I was closing with, she said, "Tell me about your business. Tell me about your new business, ACRE." And I just wanted to clarify that ACRE is not my business. It's not my company. ACRE is a volunteer-run organization where I volunteer my time on the board of directors to help influence and give back to the investor community. So I felt the need. I continue to feel the need to do that, given the fact that ACRE was there almost 20 years ago when I started in the business. When I walked into that room, as green as could be, not knowing anything about anything other than I saw people investing in real estate and doing very well and making money, and making a difference in the community. And I saw that, there's opportunity there, and I wanted to learn how to do that, for myself and my family. And over the last 20 years, I can't tell you, how much benefit, how much I've gained from ACRE and how much I've learned from ACRE and the resources and the connections that I made. But so that's why, I still to this day volunteer on the board of directors and give back to the organization and give back to the investor community. It's because that's where I got my start, almost 20 years ago. So again, if you want to check it out, first time guests are always free to come to a monthly meeting. You want to check out, it's more information. It's on social media, ACRE of Pittsburgh, or go to the website. It's acrepgh.org. If you got any specific questions, shoot me a DM. You'll probably see this recording or listen to this recording somewhere on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Avid Investor. And again, I'm not asking for anything in return. I'm just here to help you guys. The only thing that I would ask is that, if you find benefit in this message, go ahead and share it with somebody that could benefit from it as well. Share it on social media, text, email, link to someone, and then if you can, if you want to listen to more, if you want to follow along, just hit the subscribe button. So that's all I ask in return. And, again, I'm here for you guys. So if there's a specific topic that you want me to cover in this podcast and these recordings, again, reach out to me on social media. Let me know. I'd be happy to dive into it. So thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great day.